Hi, I'm Niharika and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk about 5 productivity strategies that I use and they're not very difficult to follow. Why I say they're not very difficult is because I don't think that daily productivity needs to be extremely difficult. For instance, I am not pro waking up at 5 a.m. if you cannot sleep at 10 p.m. If you think that waking up early is good for you and you can do it, go ahead. But if you cannot get adequate sleep, if you're missing out on your social plans, if you're not able to focus, if you can't complete your work, then it's probably not gonna work out. So let's get started. Do not disturb. I think it's so important that now even Apple realizes how crucial it is and they've introduced focus modes in their phone. Why is it important is because it's not always possible to be away from our phones. And while I'm all pro that if you're working at home, then put your phone upstairs, put it in a different room, that can't happen all the time. But what can happen is that your phone stops blinking every single time you touch it or when you don't even touch it and distracts you. I have my phone on DND all the time, and what that does is that only my phone rings like if my contacts are calling. That's one of the modes. The other mode is that it rings when everyone's calling because sometimes there are parcels to receive, but mostly there are just like these spam loan calls. Apart from that, all my notifications are silenced. WhatsApp or anything else, it's completely not visible. So for me to see if somebody's WhatsApp me, I have to go and click on the WhatsApp mm, app. Yeah, WhatsApp. It sounds so weird. WhatsApp app, WhatsApp icon, WhatsApp application. That one. I highly encourage you to try D&D. For me, it was brilliant because now my phone can be around me and I'm not constantly checking it. And even when I'm checking it, sometimes like you'll just see some notifications pop in at the top, then you get into that conversation. I'm glad that doesn't happen. So try it out. Using Clockify. This may not be relevant for everyone, at least not people who have full-time jobs, but this is 100% relevant for students as well as solopreneurs. And obviously you can use it if you have a full-time job. It will help you figure out where are you using your time. So Clockify is a free website. What you can do there is you can set these certain tasks and then it's a timer for whatever task that you're doing. For instance, suppose I'm editing in the morning, so I just put on my edit task, and by the time I'm done, it shows me that I've worked for 40 minutes in my in editing my article. And I also use Clockify for tracking my calls, my meetings, my writing, my freelance work, because then at the end of the week I also know how much time I've spent freelancing versus running my own business versus social media and creating content for social media. It really helps me focus my energies to the right place. And this is not sponsored, it's free. So, but yeah, if you know, like if they want to sponsor me, I'm happy to come on board. But yeah, it's not sponsored, it's just something that's helped me since like a year and a half. So I hope it works for you too. I always complete my focus tasks first. And also because I'm really lazy, so getting done with difficult things in the beginning of the day helps me just be a little at ease. My focus tasks are editing because I do really cutthroat editing because I want my articles to be error free and make absolute sense, not even have a single extra word because I just wanted to be on point. So for me, my focus tasks are editing and brainstorming because in the morning I haven't really gone through all those notifications, my emails, and thinking about what the day like what the day has ahead of me. So my brain is more relaxed and hence it's more creative. So that's when I brainstorm my article and my YouTube video ideas. Try this out actually. Whatever your toughest tasks are, even at work, say that you probably want to do data crunching in Excel later in the afternoon with music on, but you probably have to do now, I don't even remember tasks from my full-time job. Say, yeah, whatever your boss has given you for the day, like there are X amount of tasks you want to get done in the beginning so that the timelines are met. So do that in the beginning and do like everything else later. Break down every big task into smaller tasks. Also, it's like we love tiny milestones and tiny rewards, right? For instance, if I tell you that you have, okay, I'll just take my example. Why am I taking weird examples? When I have to complete an article, It's a long process to write an article. It takes nearly 2 to 3 hours, right? So I actually divide it into small milestones. Like in the morning, I'll do my editing, then later on, I'll do brainstorming, then I'll do outlining, then I'll do editing. And LinkedIn is in the evenings, Twitter is on Monday, stuff like that. So even say when I'm editing, the article is not really finished, but I feel it's finished, and then there's just a sense of reward and I feel good about it. So try to break down your tasks into smaller tasks so that firstly, you divide it into actionable milestones. Secondly, there's a good feeling about finishing one thing and you'll be more motivated to move on to the next milestone instead of getting overwhelmed by the task in general. Yeah, third point is that you will get done with it earlier because of point 1 and 2. 360-degree productivity strategy, which is that have your basics clear, and when the foundation is strong, everything else sort of gets better. For me, that's working out 5 to 6 times a week, eating healthy 80% of the time. And by 80%, like, people usually ask me, how is it 80%? Do you measure it? No, obviously I don't measure it. What it means is that I can have a piece of chocolate or like 2 pieces of chocolate every single day instead of having like 3 chocolate bars every month. And yeah, so it's eating healthy, working out. I meditate in the morning. I also chant before or after my workout. I write my gratitude journal, and yeah. For some weird reason, the conclusion of this video got cut off, and what I was ending with is that productivity is not something that has to be extremely difficult. It just has to be these really simple things that you can integrate in your lifestyle and enhance it. Because I feel it's these small changes that help us instead of big monumental changes that just integrate into our lives once in a while. So as long as a strategy is sustainable, then it doesn't matter how big or small it is, and it will help you improve. So let's not make it into a rocket science, and let's not make it one size fits all, because that's definitely untrue. I hope this helped.